Hello, this is Philippe and welcome to my channel for this new episode of kOS. Today it's an important episode because I'm gonna talk about maneuver nodes. So if you want to learn how to do some maneuvers with kOS, you're in the right place. So this is a new ship, a new orbiter, the Orbiter 3. And it has 932 meters per second. Okay, so in the map, you see this is my orbit. It's not quite circular because the apophysis is 95 kilometers and the periapsis is 94 kilometers, not exactly, and a circular orbit. But if I want to have a circular orbit at say 300 kilometers, I can do what it's called an Hohmann transfer. So I want to raise my apophysis to 300 kilometers. So I can manually add a maneuver here, and I can go here to 300 kilometers. So this is way too much. So well, let's say 500. Okay, so this is not quite easy to have the exact amount, 500. You can change here manually if you want the prograde you want to put into your maneuver node, for example 242, and it's too much, so 240. 241.5, for example. Okay, so you can change manually the amount of delta V you want to put in prograde. This is normal vector and radial vector. Okay, you can change it manually or with the tool here. Okay, and once I reach my apophysis here, my new apophysis, I can add a new maneuver node to circularize my orbit. Okay, and then I can execute the nodes. So for that, let's say I want the first node. So I want to delete that. So the first node is about 241.5 meters per second. Okay, I just want to add delta V on the prograde here characteristic. Okay, I can do this with kOS. So let me delete that node here. Okay, delete that. So with kOS, I can set a new node, okay, I use the structure node, right? And that structure needs 4 information. The first information is the time at which you want your node. I want my node at the periapsis, so I want my node at times seconds. This is the time now. Okay, this is the actual time, and I want to add at this the ETA periapsis. Okay, then the node works with that order. First, you have to set the radial, then the normal, and then the prograde delta V. Okay, so radial I want 0. I want 0 for normal. Okay, and I want then 0, not 0, but 241 point, I don't remember, 5 for prograde. Okay, so this is my new node, and now I just have to add new node. And here we go. This is my new node. It is exactly at the it is exactly here at the periapsis. Okay, and with here, sorry, up 241.5 meters per second of delta V in the prograde direction. Okay, and the apophysis is 500 kilometers, not exactly 500 kilometers, but it is that. Okay, so now I want to execute that maneuver node. For that, you can look at the documentation of kOS. So this is documentation of kOS. Go to structures, vessels and parts. You want the vessel structure. In the vessel structures, you have access to a node somewhere. I don't know where it is. Okay, doesn't matter. So you can search here, node. Oh, sorry, node. Okay, maneuver node. All right. So maneuver node, you see structure vessels node here. So the node needs a time, radial, normal, and prograde. Okay, and you have access to add a node. You can remove a node. You can go to the next node. You can check. It's a Boolean. You can check if your trajectory, your orbit has a node. Okay, so here, for example, I can remove new node. Ah, I lost signal, of course. So let me warp here. Okay, I have an all right. Okay, so because I have two orbiters here around Kerbin, I have the signal. So this is great, and the node, you know, it's not here anymore. Add new node. Okay, remove new node. Right. So back to the documentation. I can create a node, I can add it, remove it, next node, etc. And you have the structure here, maneuver node. And this structure, you have access to a delta V. This is the burn vector. Okay, so this is a vector. Okay, and for that delta V, you have access at the magnitude. For example, print my node, a new node, delta V. So this is a vector, and because this is a vector, I have access to its magnitude. And yes, I have to create a node first, so that, and then I can print the magnitude, 241.4999, etc. Okay. And so when you execute a node, you want the delta V on your node to be equal to 0. So you want to wait until the delta V magnitude here is equal to 0. Okay, and you can check the ETA until your node, and the burn vector here is the same that your delta V. So you can use burn vector or delta V. This is a vector, and this is the same vector. Okay. And you have access to prograde, radial, normal, or the orbit. You can have the orbit of the maneuver node. That means here, this is the new orbit after my maneuver node. For example, here I can print new node, orbit, and apoapsis. Okay, so this is the value of my new apoapsis after I execute the node. Okay, so I have access to that information even if I haven't executed the node yet. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, here in the menu you have some tutorials, and in the tutorials you have quick start, basic explanation, PID loop, and you have a tutorial execute node script. And you can copy that script, okay, to use it for your maneuver node. Okay, let me remove the node from here. Oop. I know it's new node. Okay. So back to my editor, I have copied the tutorial script to execute a node. Okay, so I just added that thing. So I set my node to this node. So I want from the periapsis, I want to burn 0, 0, and 241.5 delta V, and this is the prograde delta V. Okay. throttle is locked to this variable t set, and this variable is equal to 0 for now. So okay, my throttle is off for now. The initial delta v is a vector, and this vector is my node delta v. You can also use the burn vector. Okay, this is the exact same. Okay, so delta v or burn vector. Until done. So this is an until loop, and this loop is for now always true. Okay, always false, because done is false. So the loop until is executed until the condition here is true, and because the condition is false, this loop will be executed until done is set to true. Okay, so somewhere you have a set done to true. You don't have to forget that set done to true, because you don't want your until loop to be infinite. Okay, so somewhere you have to set done to true. Okay, there are some physics or math formula here. I won't explain that because this is not the purpose of this video. Okay, so first you can recalculate your maximum acceleration. The maximum acceleration is the division of your max thrust and your mass. Okay, not your max thrust and your mass, your ship's max thrust and the ship's mass. Okay, so this is your maximum acceleration, right? And you want to lock your throttle to the minimum of that number and 1. Okay, that means that if that number is greater than 1, your throttle is 1. Okay, and as soon as that number is less than 1, then your throttle is going to decrease, and this is written here. Okay, and you'll see when we execute this script, that means that at the end of the maneuver node, your throttle will be decreased linearly. Okay, but it won't be shut off from 100% to 0%. That makes the maneuver node a little more precise. Okay, this is a tricky part. So the v dot is the dot product of two vectors. Basically, the dot product can be used to compute the angle of two vectors. Okay, and if that angle is equal to not the angle, if the v dot, the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0, that means that the angle, the two vectors are perpendicular, are orthogonal. Okay, so the angle is 90 degrees. If the two vectors, if the dot product is positive, that means that the angle is less than 90 degrees, and if the dot product is negative, that means that the angle is greater than 90 degrees. And for that, this is useful to know if two vectors are facing opposite directions, because you're at the beginning of your maneuver, your facing vector will be in the same direction that the delta v vector. You will be facing, your ship will be facing the delta v vector. And when you reach the end of the maneuver, that won't be the case anymore. So that condition here can check if the maneuver is done or not. Okay. Okay, and if it's the case, then you lock throttle to 0 and you break the loop. That means that you quit the loop. Okay, and here, if the delta V mag is less than 0.1, that means that there is very little left to burn. We check once again the dot product of two vectors, and we stop the maneuver, and we set done to true to quit the loop. This is not easy to explain because there are some mathematics behind that, and I don't want to explain that, okay? But that script works well, and when it is done, I can remove the node and then set the pilot main throttle to 0, okay? I've already explained you that. You can watch the basics. I don't remember which episode it was, but I explained what it is important to write this. Before doing this, I want to warp until that point. Okay, so here I want to kUniverse time warp, and I want to warp to, and I want to warp to time seconds plus ETA periapsis, and I want to so time ETA periapsis minus some, I don't know, for example 10 seconds. I went back to the documentation to complete the tutorial. There were some lines I didn't copy, so I need to copy that. First is the burn duration. The burn duration is the magnitude of my node divided by the max acceleration. Okay, so max acceleration is that. This is an approximate, okay, crude estimated burn duration. Okay, I don't want to print that, and then I want to warp until I reach the node, but not exactly the node. I want to subtract the burn duration divided by 2, because if you are used to manually execute maneuver node, you know that you can execute your, you have to execute your maneuver before you reach it. Okay, so for example, if your maneuver the burn duration is 20 seconds, you have to burn 10 seconds before your node. Okay, so this means you will burn from 10 seconds before the node and 10 seconds to 10 seconds after your node. Okay, and just to be safe, I want to set, okay, minus 60, and I want to wait until kUniverse time warp is settled. Okay, and then I want to lock steering, and I can do that. Okay, lock steering to, and I want to lock steering to the direction, to that direction. Okay, so that to that vector, and let me wait until the angle between my ship facing vector and that vector, my node delta v. I want to wait until that angle is less than, I don't know, maybe 1 degree. Okay, and then I want to wait until I reach that. I want to wait until my node, the ETA of my node is less or equal to burn duration plus 2. And then I will execute all of that. So this is not here, this is here. Okay, so I create my node, I calculate the max acceleration of my ship to calculate the burn duration. Be very careful, this is a very estimated duration. That duration is good if you use only one stage to do your to execute your maneuver. If you use several stages and several engines, and if you execute your maneuver node with engine which are have not the same thrust, this won't work. This won't be very precise. Okay, this works, but it's not very precise if you are using two different engines. But with one engine, it is great. Then you warp to your maneuver node, and you wait until your ship is facing the good direction, and you wait until you are burn direction divided by 2 seconds before your node. And once this is it, you can execute your script here. You can lock your throttle to 1. Okay, so let's try this. Up, back to that view, and reboot. Okay, must attach node first. Of course, I have forgot to add here, add my node. Okay. This can be very frustrating with kOS. I suggest you to save a lot of time, because when you are going to a big mission very far from Kerbin, if you have one mistake in your script, let's say near Juna, you want to circularize around Juna, and you have a mistake here in that script, all your kOS mission is down. So it's very frustrating to go all over the mission from the beginning because you forgot some silly thing. Okay, reboot. Okay, so time warping, you see it's automatic. The node is here. Okay, I have to unlock the SAS, I forgot that. So I'm here, so now my vessel, you see, facing the facing vector here is going to look at the maneuver node. I don't have any SAS, 241. We are waiting, no, so the burn time is 8 seconds. So you will start the burn 4 seconds after that. I can warp a little. Okay, we're waiting. And let's see, 9, 8. Okay, the node is in 10 seconds. KSP already calculates the difference. And go, see, burn time. Go and look at the throttle here. Is going down, and then 0, finalizing burn. Okay, this is great, isn't it? And now you have your here your apoapsis, and now you can do the same for the apoapsis, and you want to circularize your apoapsis here at the maneuver node. Okay, I want to circularize the apoapsis, so for that I need okay, I need roughly 215 meters per second. Okay, so delete that. I can go back to my script here, and now I want to do a burn at the apoapsis. With VAC, I can change all the periapsis word at the same time. This is very great. And I said 215. And the rest of the script is essentially the same. So you can write a function, for example, the function execute node, that will be doing all of this. Okay. Let me save that. You notice that the node have been removed automatically. Okay. So now, if I execute the node here, reboots. Tac. Okay. The apoapsis. We are warping to that. I will be in the dark, and Now, even if I lose the communication with Kerbin because my script has been executed, I can lose the communication with Kerbin. It doesn't matter anymore because all the script is executed automatically. So for now, I have the communication with Kerbin, but if I lose it, doesn't matter. So 30 seconds. So let me warp a little here. 10 seconds. And you will see up 5. Because I'm using only one engine, the burn duration is very well calculated. And here we go. What I'm doing here is called an Hohmann transfer. Okay, so you burn from your apoapsis or your periapsis, and you burn to an opposite altitude. Okay, and this you can raise your apoapsis or your periapsis, or you can decrease this. I won't talk about this in this episode. In the next episode, I'll talk about some formulas, some math formulas to compute the Hohmann transfer and to compute exactly when I want to have an apoapsis of 500 kilometers exactly. How can I compute it with kOS to have the exact number of delta V? For now, I'm just adding manually another node and to look at the number here, but I don't want to do that. I want kOS to calculate automatically that number, and for that it will be in the next episode. Okay. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.